Hey guys, I am making elderberry syrup today, so I thought I would just make a video and share how I make it so that other people can learn and make it yourselves, because it is a lot cheaper to make it than to buy it, especially if you're buying it little bottle by little bottle. So up front, the cost might be more expensive to get everything, especially if you're buying it in bulk like I like to do, but it's so worthwhile to just be able to make it when it's out of stock in all the stores and everybody else is buying it for 10 bucks a bottle or whatever. You can make this for a lot less. I haven't figured out the exact cost, but anyway, here's the ingredients that you need. You need elderberries. So I get whole elderberries. These particular ones, I got organic ones from Mountain Rose Herbs online. You can probably buy them locally somewhere. I also am using some elderberries that I harvested from my elderberry bushes this past year. I only got a little bit, but I just put those with the ones that I bought, and it's going to make some great syrup. So the next ingredients that I like to use, you don't have to put all these in. You can totally just make it with elderberries and nothing else. But I kind of like these other spices because not only do they boost the health benefits of the elderberry syrup, but they make it taste really yummy too. And we just like to add a little extra spice and flavor to make it a little yummier. So cinnamon sticks, and I actually got the Ceylon cinnamon sticks whole, and these are nice because they actually have a little bit more health benefits. They're called sweet cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon, or cinnamomum verum, or no, let me just get this, cinnamomum verum, okay, is the actual name of this kind of cinnamon stick. And these are a little bit softer, like you can actually break them with your hand. The other kind of cinnamon sticks that you normally find at this store are much harder, and you really cannot break those with your hand. So that's one way to tell the difference. If you have them at your house, you can tell which kind you have. This kind is definitely more expensive, but I prefer it because it's safer and it provides more health benefits than the regular cassia cinnamon that you would normally find at the grocery store. I'm going to add elder flowers to my elderberry syrup today, just because I had them on hand and I was like, hey, why not boost the health benefits with the elderflowers? And they are also supposed to be really yummy. So we're just going to add them this time. I don't think I've ever added them before, but I think that'll be fun. You totally don't need those. And this is ginger. So you just get ginger root. You can get it at your grocery store. I found out you can get it online, or grow your own, which I have a video about that. And that was really a fun experiment that I did last year. So this is actually my own ginger that I grew last year, and it was getting a little wrinkly, so I'm using it up. I'm also adding cloves. So there's the cloves. You just need a few cloves, and they help, with circulation and just give that nice fall flavor to your elderberry syrup. So that's fun. And I'm going to add some orange peel because I had that on hand, some dried orange peel, and it's just going to give it some citrus notes. And the orange peel actually contains a lot of vitamin C. And of course, that's the main thing with elderberry syrup. Elderberries are so high in antioxidants and vitamin C, so they're really, really good for you, just for getting through the fall and winter, and being, supporting your immune system, kind of getting you through all that. So it's really great to take elderberry syrup at the very first sign of any little cough, which actually my family started having a little cough yesterday and today. And I'm like, we got to kick it really quick. So I just feel like we're a little under the weather. We're going to be taking elderberry syrup as soon as this is done. And it's great. So as soon as you start feeling sick, or even before you start feeling sick, not that you necessarily want to take it every day all year, but you could take it every day for a month or so at a time. Then give your body a week break and then take it again. If you're especially if you're around sick people a lot. Last but not least, you're going to need some honey. I really like to use raw honey because that's got its own health benefits. So we add honey to the elderberry syrup once we're done actually making it. Okay, so I am making a quadruple batch, but you can totally, no wait, I'm making a triple batch. I can't remember. I think it's a triple batch. You can totally make it just 1 quart at a time, but I'm making some to share with friends. So I put in 3 quarts of water. I'm putting in 3 cups of elderberries. For 1 batch, you would just use 1 quart of water, 1 cup of dried elderberries. I am putting in an 1/8 cup of elderflowers. I totally just made that up. It probably does not matter how much you add of that. Just a little sprinkle of cloves. I think the recipe calls for like 3 if you're making a single batch, so I'm putting in probably around 9. Put in some orange peels and throw in the ginger right there, and I'm gonna add the cinnamons going in, and you're gonna let that simmer for, I usually let it simmer for at least 30 minutes, sometimes longer. I kind of feel like the longer the stronger. It can get a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little bitterness to it if you let it simmer way too long, like more than an hour or something. But just give it at least 30 minutes to simmer, and then you're going to let it cool a little bit, and you're going to strain it through a cheesecloth. So I use this wire strainer, and then I put cheesecloth or like a flour sack towel over it. You could even use like a thin, just regular towel if you have it, but it will stain the towel. Just keep that in mind. And any clothes that you're wearing, if you get it on you, it will stain. So you can use that to strain it once it's just a little bit cool, and then you're going to want to kind of squeeze out all the goodness into your container that you put it in. Add the honey when it's still warm but not like super hot, because you don't want to ruin any of the effects of your good raw honey. And then you're going to pour that into your jars or your containers that you're storing it in. I like to store it in jars, and then like the stuff that I'm actually using, I like to put in some sort of a glass container that has a more of a narrow mouth, so that it's just easier to pour. And what I actually like to do is use those little medicine cups that come with all the different bottles of allergy medicine and cold medicine and all that stuff. And I just save those, and I use those to like measure out just a teaspoon of elderberry syrup for each of my kids. And I take a tablespoon when I'm taking it. And we take it pretty much, like if we're starting to really feel under the weather, we will take this elderberry syrup, a dose, every hour or a couple hours until we start to feel better. And so you hit it hard, and then you don't have to be sick for so long. So that's what we do, and I hope this helps somebody. I hope you enjoy making elderberry syrup, and I hope this gives you the confidence to get started with your own wonderful homemade elderberry syrup.